July of 2021. We have 16 speakers on stage covering topics in all 8 dimensions of life. I'm Patricia Joe Grover, the Goal Achievement Strategist and also your host. I want to take a moment to thank people behind the scenes helping me out, Shelley Deckett and Karen Forrest, and our sponsors, Dr. Liz Eisingring, Annie Gibbons, Shelley Deckett, Christina Tortor, Jenny Ambrose, Thomas Canty, Ava Goulet, Rich Brauntrager, and Sheila Fost. The Bliss Retreat for Women is also a proud sponsor of the event, where you will learn to believe in yourself, love yourself, identify what's holding you back, set free what no longer serves you, and set course towards achieving your dreams and goals. The event will be held on Zoom July 30th and Saturday, July 31st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The tickets are $150 per person until midnight, July 10th. Then they'll go to $175 per person. We'll have the Eventbrite link here for you to get registered.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cristiana Tudor, best-selling author, storytelling educator. I help women globally achieve greatness and start and scale their business to the next level using creative storytelling. Get in touch with me. I look forward to assisting you.
Welcome to the Rise Above Summit in the intellectual dimension of life. Today, our guest is Cristiana Tudor. Cristiana was the sponsor of the intellectual dimension for the whole summit. She is an international best-selling author, fempreneur, branding and storytelling educator whose goal is to empower women of any income level to start to scale their businesses to the next level through effective branding, storytelling, and social media coaching. She incorporates mindset coaching with her programs and helps her clients break out of old patterns, transition into a healthier emotional state, and shift into positive thinking. Oh my goodness, Cristiana, this is so important. I'm so happy to have you with us on the Rise Above Summit for the second time. Last time you were with us, being in social media and what you do, you were in the social dimension of life, but now adding and becoming what you're doing now with educating social media managers to help do better jobs for their clients. This is really, it is an intellectual thing. So happy to have you with us.
It's such an honor, a pleasure. I'm incredibly excited to be here today to serve and so happy to see you.
Oh, it's so great. So Cristiana, as a storytelling educator and content strategist, I'm sure you have a very long to-do list on a daily basis. So how are you able to manage all the responsibilities and all the workflow?
So indeed, it's such a long to-do list just because, I have a strong work ethic and, I have clarity around what I choose to do. So I'm not going to say what I need to do is just what I choose to do for my clients to make sure I serve them and they get the best out of everything that I know. And so it's to me, it's crucial to have clarity. So my calendar is my best friend, right? And so I have assigned a color to each and every client, and each and every day has specific tasks related to each client, and I know exactly how my day is going to look like. So that's the reason why each and every client has been assigned a separate color, because when I open my calendar, I know exactly what I'm going to be working on, what I'm going to be focusing on for the day. And so I know exactly what to expect. And, I am able to prepare mentally for what's gonna come. Of course, there are things that happen, right? Emergencies occurring, but 90%, you're all set. So you know exactly what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be focusing on, and exactly what the steps are, because you start preparing mentally for each and every process once you open the calendar.
Right, right. So it's true that you end up having to be on the phone like all day, every day?
Kind of. I mean, you can end up like that if you literally don't know how to manage your time, and if you are not prioritizing your tasks the right way. And what I do, to be honest with you, to make sure I don't end up on my phone all day, and that I still have a private life. I have a clear understanding of how the process looks like for each and every task and that I'm performing. And so what I do, I know exactly how long it's going to take me to complete something. And I know each and every second in a row where it goes in the process. And when I'm completing tasks, I never look at my watch or look at the clock, because I always strive to achieve the goal of completing the respective task sooner, faster, and better. And so when I assign my time in my calendar, I never underestimate. I overestimate, a bit, just so I make sure I make up the time. But if you look at if you watch documentaries and if you read research by psychologists and psychiatrists and everything, you're going to notice that they all say that if you want to create bias into someone's life, if you want to create chaos, if you want to take them their orientation in space and in workflow, take them their watch and their clocks, because they're not going to know what time is it, and they are going to become biased because they're not going to be able to make the mental connection between whatever they're supposed to be doing and the time. They always need to look at the clock, watch something so that they see what time is it, so they know, oh, okay, I'm on time, I'm on schedule. So basically what I'm saying is you just need to learn how to rely 100% on your brain, solely on your brain, understanding where you're at in the process and always striving to complete the process faster, because that's how you become better. And by doing that, you know that you keep practicing your skills, but at a higher level. So you become better, you become excellent at everything that you do, and you complete things faster. So your productivity becomes, it's going to skyrocket that way. So this is crucial no matter what industry you're in. So I'm not talking just about, myself who's working a lot with people, with, answering emails. And that's also another crucial thing, because here's the thing, you have workflow, right, that you need to complete, but you also have your inbox. And you need to check that because, your clients are communicating with you things and they need something done from you. They need your answers. They need your expertise. They need some things from you fast, quickly. It's emergency, right? And then there you go. You have those notifications that block your productivity, because while you are working, all of a sudden you get all those notifications and you are tempted to literally jump and see what is it? Is it your Facebook? Is it your Instagram? Is it your LinkedIn? Is it your email? Is it WhatsApp? Whatever it is. And so that's pretty much interrupting the process every single minute because everything comes up. And so that's why you're not crazy in your process because you can't complete anything because you get interrupted all the time.
Right.
And so what I do is that's because I deal with what I'm dealing with, and I create also stories. So it's not just about the content that goes along, graphics in social media channels, but I also do stories for Facebook and Instagram. So what I do, I just block the notifications. And my phone is on mute. So literally, if it's going to vibrate or something, I'm just going to keep working, but at least I'm not going to get distracted by the sound because that sound is annoying and you are thinking, oh my God, something happened. I just need to check what it is. And there you go. Maybe you lost your idea, your creativity point, right? Because you were just about to create something and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I got interrupted. What am I going to do now? Where was I at?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. So, Cristiana, are there any specific core values that you use consistently every day in your own calendar? I know you just talked about some of that a little bit, but I know there was something else you were going to share more in depth.
Yes, because that's actually, by doing that, I am demonstrating that I am doing what I am preaching because I was saying earlier that storytelling is all about serving and not selling. Consequently, what I do, so in my calendar, there is always going to be on a daily basis, and there is no exception to that, at least 15 minutes a day, where I get a chance to empower someone. I write mutual interaction emails. I see how I can serve somebody. By referring them to someone, by giving them resources, by sending them to a conference to stay, podcast, summit. And it's pretty much, it's that positive vibe because you are making an impact and you are helping. And so I do that on a daily basis. And then on Fridays, we have that incredible mastermind session, whereas every week someone deep in the hot seat. And so I am able to bring on my expertise, my talent, my energy, my vitality, my passion, right, to support somebody to grow and glow, the way I like to put it. And then I also speak on board for various organizations, but the most recent one is the healthcare organization and clinic for hospital in Los Angeles, in California. So I support them with my strategic partnerships and with healthcare programs to better serve their community. So they want to grow, expand, and eventually offer more services. So you see, I'm combining my strong background in health science and physical therapy and everything else with social media and content strategy. But my goal is to serve. So this is consistent. It's every single day in my calendar. And you know what? It feels amazing because it's especially your weekly, mastermind session on Fridays, right? Because it's almost at the end of the work week. And I know, okay, I have completed this as well. And it's amazing because I know I make an impact and I know that what I do is going to create that echo, right? We stand in strength together, and that's when miracles happen.
Yes, and thank you so much for mentioning that, Cristiana. My private empowerment network and mastermind group, we do meet weekly, and it's global. We have members that are from all over the world and in many ingenious and tops in their field in many different things. These professional people that come on, and it is amazing when we put our minds together and we get somebody in the hot seat. And that may sound intimidating, but what it is it helps people ignite and become engaged. and set their business on fire. Thank you for so much for participating in that, because again, when like minds get together, watch out. So fantastic. And I bless you for participating full on. I know.
So one more thing about this empowerment mastermind, because we discuss their challenges, right? Either we talk about personal life, or we talk about, mental thing, or we talk about, business. And, I've been so truly honored to be able to help diagnose, right? Or make some recommendations based on the research that I've made or the clinical experience that I have. So come and join us every Friday, because it's free, and it's we all come together as beautiful souls to support one another.
Yes.
So, no question may seem like professional or why have you asked these questions. It's just ask questions, because that's how you're going to expand your horizon.
Exactly. So Cristiana, next question is, what is your favorite productivity tip that you have been applying in your own business?
Well, my absolute favorite productivity tip is to assign a color to each and every client. That key, because when I open my calendar, I am going to know exactly what my day is going to look like, how it is going to be structured, and I also going to include there some me time, right? That is so crucial in between work assignment. And it feels great, because I know how long it's going to take me, how my day is going to look like. So I'm preparing mentally for the day. So, I highly encourage everybody to read at least 10 pages a day, to be able to prepare mentally, emotionally for their day. Just because, you put a lot of energy into everything that you do, so your energy needs to be at high level, so you're going to be able to deliver high quality work. Because that's the work that you put out there for your clients, so you need to be at your best.
Yes, exactly. And so what would you say, Cristiana? How important is mindset when you're tackling your to-do list?
Mindset is crucial, because you put when you're creating content, right? You put your energy into that. And then, of course, when you're posting, you do the same thing. And imagine if your mental health is not at the right level, you may misspell words, and that's your client's reputation. So when you work with your client's accounts, your mental health, your emotional state, your health should be literally great. Of course, you can't achieve this state every single day, because scientists are going to demonstrate that it's not healthy either to be super happy and super energetic all the time. But it's important to keep that balance, and it's important to know that you have this responsibility that you chose to have, and you complete it. And you complete it with grace, with peace, with clarity, and you need to know exactly what you're doing. So your mindset is crucial, because it's not a fact. It's not going to help you deliver. And if you're not going to be able to deliver, your clients are going to be disappointed. And if they're going to be disappointed, you're going to lose them. And so mindset is everything. Mindset matters, and you matter. So you can't pour from an empty cup.
True. So
you
very
need
true.
To prioritize yourself.
Fantastic. And I applaud you. I applaud you, Cristiana, because you are doing something that there aren't too many people in the world out there doing right now that I know of. So you're actually training social media managers who work with people such as myself to help those people do better jobs for us. And it is because those people become the mini me's when they're handling and helping us with our social media. And they're that other voice. And just like you were just sharing, if they're not having a good day, their voice and their energy level when they're writing, the content that's going out, if they're not on top of their game, it's not doing us any good, but it's not doing them any good as well. So I applaud you in what you're teaching and in the ethics that you're teaching these people. So fantastic. So Christiana, by applying all the strategies, I'm sure your clients, I know they're getting a tremendous value because you're teaching so much. So I know that. So now that we're wrapping up, can you tell us how everyone can get in touch with you?
So they can get in touch with me two ways, either by messaging me and connecting with me on LinkedIn. I'm Cristiana Tudor, MAMBA, or they can schedule a free 30-minute consultation on storytelling. I'm happy to guide them on crafting their storytelling method so they can better serve their audience. It's free. It's calendly.com /Cristiana Tudor /engage. I look forward to connecting with you all. And, it's such a pleasure and honor to serve. So go ahead and schedule that free consultation. That was a surprise, actually. It was a gift, right, for everybody listening to this and watching.
Oh, wonderful. And thank you so much again for being with us. You share such tremendous value and in the world today, storytelling is very, very important in that way for people to connect. Fantastic. And thank you again for being with us, Christiana. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Welcome to the Rise Above Summit, July of 2021. We have 16 speakers speaking on the virtual stage covering topics in all 8 dimensions of life. I'm Patricia Jo Grover, the Goal Achievement Strategist and also your host. I want to take a moment to thank people behind the scenes helping me out, Shelley Deckent and Karen Forrest, and our sponsors, Dr. Liz Eisingring, Annie Gibbons, Shelley Deckent, Christina Tortor, Jenny Ambrose, Thomas Canty, Ava Goulet, Rich Brauntrager, and Sheila Faust. The Bliss Retreat for Women is also a proud sponsor of the event, where you will learn to believe in yourself, love yourself, identify what's holding you back, set free what no longer serves you, and set course towards achieving your dreams and goals. The event will be held on Zoom July 30th and Saturday, July 31st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The tickets are $150 per person until midnight, July 10th. Then they'll go to $175 per person. We'll have the Eventbrite link here for you to get registered. Hello, everyone. I'm Patricia Jo Grover, also known as the Goal Achievement Strategist, and I'm the host of the Rise Above Summit. I'm speaking in this event under the intellectual dimension to share with you all what I do and how I serve. So let me start here. Let's talk about natural intelligence in the inner environment. It gives us all life and allows our bodies to function. And it's very much matter-of-factly how these things work. But what I want to point out is that there are 3 types of stresses that cause dis-ease and disease. You know how that goes. So one form or another, 90% send people to the doctors. So the stresses that I'm talking about are physical, chemical, and emotional. And they all knock the body and brain out of balance. You know, Newton, Darwin, and Descartes have all made statements relating to our symptoms being meaningless, that we should take a look at the root causes. And once we're able to dig deep to the root of those things, we come and get completely honest with ourselves as well as with others, then we're able to put our minds to work and put our minds over matter. And I have to say that I couldn't agree more with these men, as well as the other well-known people that have said similar things. But what I want to do is focus on my talk here is how emotional health is affected by so many stressors, even beyond our control, and how I teach people ways they can gain control, and that is possible. Most people don't give themselves enough credit for it. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is that we are all affected in all 8 dimensions of our lives. That's why the summit talks about, and I have the speakers talking about all of the 8 dimensions. That's why I developed my whole platform that way. So let's take a look at some things that affect our emotional health. When it's in relation to our physical health, it can be that we are not feeling well, that we're having a form of illness, whether it be mild or severe in many different avenues. And we all know that health is a big factor. So that affects us emotionally. Intellectually. Now, if we're not stimulated, if we're in a work environment, school environment, if we're not stimulated emotionally and intellectually, is what I mean, that it can affect us emotionally. Now, our environment, and you'll hear some of the speakers talk on the summit about our environment. Our environment can be outside the physical things, in nature and so on, but it can be our environment in our home, our environment in our workplace, those types of environment. And when I mentioned before, we have an inner environment. So these things can all affect us emotionally. Now, vocationally, our vocation is our career, our job, or what we're doing to get educated. And these things also, as we know, have effect on us emotionally. So let's go to social now. Now, socially, it can be the people or the groups that we are associating with can affect us emotionally, both positively and negatively, but also online, and whether it be any form of social media. So think about these things and how they affect you emotionally. Now, spiritually, some people are devout to their religion, and some people are on that line. They haven't devoted to anything yet, or they may never, but when that does affect you emotionally, when you are not sure about where you want to be, and how you feel in your faith. So with that can affect you emotionally. Now, financially, we all know finances can affect you emotionally. It affects your relationships. It affects your life in so many different ways. So now let's take a look at our belief windows regarding all of these types of things. And what I mean about belief windows is we are, as children, we are exposed to what our parents, how they talk about things, and how they maybe they've set things as priorities or different things in their house. So you were raised with thinking and feeling certain ways because it was put onto you by your parents or other people around you. So that's the belief window. That's what you're looking out, and that's the way you're used to seeing it, is out that window. So really that's how I try to explain that to everyone, that belief window. So those belief windows affect your mindset and how you're going to approach and think about things, right? So once you're able to really start thinking about those things with a positive mindset, try to look at things a different way and dig deep, okay? Dig deep. Now that you can learn from the past, think about those old beliefs that you had, and try to make sure that your belief window is no longer fogged up. You need to have a clearer view. Okay, so once you know what you're looking at with that clear view, then you can start to create a smarter plan. And what smarter is: systematic, measurable, attainable, relatable, and the T is time-based. And I add the ER for smarter. They need to be editable and revisable to change the outcomes of something to a more positive result, so that you can get closer to being able to live your life to your fullest potential. So now the best habit to create, besides having a positive mindset, is to learn how to prioritize and synchronize things so you can properly do planning and calendaring so that you can live your life purposefully, joyfully, and gratefully. That includes knowing that you can delegate and eliminate things, not only from your personal life, but your business life as well. These things become the great equalizer to your work-life balance. I teach people how to learn their purpose, their why, and connect their sensory vision along with it. So I had already mentioned everything, earlier, but I have a repeatable system that can be used by children in middle school through people that have retired and are wanting to start a new career or a business so that they can keep their minds and bodies active. Those who follow my system that I've created, they're unstoppable because they have all these tools that they're utilizing to do this with. In fact, I've written a book about it, The Goal Achievement Strategist Guide to Reaching Your Full Potential. And I created my entire platform around what I call conquering skills education. For those of you that don't already know me, it's nice to be introduced to you here because I'd like to explain to you all how I'm so able to feel so full-hearted every day. I really am. It's because I choose to live my life purposefully, joyfully, and gratefully. Notice I said choose. I do believe that our choices and decisions are what help us to design our destiny. We all make them every single minute of every day. So after you're done listening to this, I would like for you to promise me that you're going to jump down and make a few notes, because write down the choices and decisions that you've made in the last 24 hours. And if you hadn't made those decisions and went another direction with them, how it could have made a difference in your life, no matter how small or large. Now I want to share something that I teach with people so that you realize life happens to every single one of us, whether we are ready for it or not. There's no straight line from point A to point B or all the way through to Z. There's no straight line. But if you learn those proper calendaring and planning techniques, which is, the other positive habit that you learn from that is to build into your schedule a planning day once a week where you take the time to track your measurables so that you're not getting too far off of track from the plan that you set, so that you're able to just at that point make a few small minor adjustments to get back on track. You'll find this so helpful. And I teach people, especially women, how to not feel guilty about finally putting yourself first. And that's what it is. It's putting yourself first so that you can live purposefully, joyfully, and gratefully. With the work that I do with clients every day, the guests that I have on my Rise Above show, the speakers that I have on the Rise Above summits, and the contributing authors that I have coming for the anthology book series Rise Above Challenges, as well as hosting my quarterly Bliss Retreat to Women, I'm able to serve on so many different levels because I live my life purposely, joyfully, and gratefully. And by doing so, I'm able to maintain emotional health. It is something, again, life happens to us and we have to be ready for that, but it's how we choose to react to things to give us that how we're going to feel emotionally on that. So think about that. I take great pride in the fact that I'm doing all that I can to help others to reach their full potentials. And I want to be clear, and I want people to realize you need to set for yourself what your full potential is. You need to set for yourself what the definition of success is to you. You need to set your own definition of what wealth is to you, because for every single one of us, it's going to be different. If I said, I want, if I were working with you and you were a client and I said, oh, I want you to be able to do this, 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 it's not going to matter what I want for you. You have to want it for yourself. You have to know and feel it within your soul what it is you want, and how you feel about that is very, very important. You're not on this earth to be in competition with anyone else. Just keeping ahead of ourselves and our own limited beliefs is enough. You can find out more about me at patriciajogrover.com. And I'd love for you to text the word GOAL, GOAL, to 26786. I have some stuff that will come right to your inbox. Thank you for being with me, and enjoy the Rise Above Summit. There are so many speakers sharing such phenomenal information that will help people along their journey to goal achievement, and that's what I put this together for. So wonderful to have you with us. Welcome to the Rise Above Summit, July of 2021. We have 16 speakers speaking on the virtual stage, covering topics in all 8 dimensions of life. I'm Patricia Jo Grover, the Goal Achievement Strategist, and also your host. I want to take a moment to thank people behind the scenes helping me out, Shelley Deckett and Karen Forrest, and our sponsors, Dr. Liz Eisingring, Annie Gibbons, Shelley Deckett, Christina Tudor, Jenny Ambrose, Thomas Canty, Ava Goulet, Rich Brauntrager, and Sheila Faust. The Bliss Retreat for Women is also a proud sponsor of the event, where you will learn to believe in yourself, love yourself, identify what's holding you back, set free what no longer serves you, and set course towards achieving your dreams and goals. The event will be held on Zoom July 30th and Saturday, July 31st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The tickets are $150 per person until midnight, July 10th. Then they'll go to $175 per person. We'll have the Eventbrite link here for you to get registered.